Okay. So we'll get started, and we'll have like the other folks that'll be able to trickle in and stuff like that over time. So good morning, everyone. There's been a couple good morning shout outs already in the chat, which I appreciate. So before we get started, I know that Juan, our Reptar, no, Reptar, wanted to make an announcement. And then Brianna, if you have any announcements, you're more than welcome to make it as well. So the floor is for you all.
Thank you. So I just wanted to mention now, I already sent an email to my team that today student assistants or student government, they're hosting a brave space. So it's to bring a space for students to experience tell their own experience of racism and intolerance. So this is the students AS's role for the Black Lives Matter movement to ensure that our Sonoma State provides an anti-racist campus climate. That is during our bridge leader breakout hours. Um, I decided that it's kind of a good idea that for my team to kind of join. I sent you guys the link, and that way we can meet. You guys can meet AS and meet if you have any questions about any changes you want to know, you let them know. This is kind of a great time to meet them. And after that is the BSU, so the Black Student Union mixer. So this kind of will be a good transition. And if Bree, if you want to add anything.
No, I was just gonna give them the same option. I know that since we're not having the academic portions, the professors still have they're using it as office hours. So I just wanted to give my students the same if they wanted to attend the Brave Space. Since we're not gonna have a breakout session, like Juan said, I'm gonna be available during 10 to 12, so we can all attend the Brave Space if y'all want. And I will send you the link as well.
Okay, thank you both for sharing that. As definitely given all that's going on right now, and I feel for all of you who are, transitioning into Sonoma State, this will be a great opportunity for you all to witness how Sonoma State really advocates for their students and the different identities that they hold, and understanding that you all are more than just students. And I hope that you have the opportunity to go. I hope that you all have had the opportunity to go to the cultural affinity group mixers that want to go to. And this is definitely one way to kind of seek involvement or look at how current students who are involved on campus are being advocates for themselves and for their peers. So I hope you all have the chance to go. Juan and Brianna, if one of you can just like maybe drop the Zoom link from what's going to happen today with AS, like in the chat, so that it can be like accessible here. And then you all just our students, just make sure that you copy and paste it somewhere so that you can have it. Okay. Any questions from the students, or Juan or Brianna? Anything else you all would like to discuss or talk about? No? Okay, cool. We're going to this meeting at 1 or 12. So the mixer for BSU, the Black Student Union, and the Black Faculty and Staff Association is going to start at 1. And the meeting that Brianna and Juan they just dropped a Zoom link for, that will be starting at 12. And usually during 12 is where you have like a Zoom, breakout session with, Team Ruby or Team Reptar. But I think Juan and Brianna are offering this opportunity to actually go and witness AS put on this. So yeah. So basically 12 AS, and then 1 is going to be BSU and BFSA mixer. Now I'll make sure to drop the Zoom link for that in here as well. All right. So today on the docket, we have some amazing things to talk about. I am actually really looking forward to, out of all the days, I think this one is my favorite day because I feel like it's all facts and I'm not just like talking and rambling, but it's something that's going to be really beneficial for you all going into registration and started off your first time here at Sonoma State. So let me ask you all this. When you think of the term general education, what comes to mind? What does general education mean to you? And you can put it in the chat, and then you're also more than welcome to unmute yourself. So what does general education mean to you? Anyone can go. You hear the clock in my background. It's like ticking, waiting, like tick, tick, tick. General education. And there's no right or wrong answer. Reaching my goals. Okay, AE, reaching my goals. The classes that everyone is required to take. Makes up the foundation for an undergraduate degree. Okay. Maybe about like 2 more. Either unmuting or putting in the chat. Reaching my goals. Classes required to take. It makes up the foundation for an undergraduate degree. I think these are some awesome responses so far in terms of you all's knowledge for it. Everyone's like, just start talking about the GEs. Okay, so general education is definitely all the opportunities to learn something new. So it's all of everything that our peers said in the chat. And in addition to that, it is a list of requirements, a list of required areas and classes that you all have to take in order to broaden your knowledge beyond just the specific major that you want to pursue. Okay, Josue is being very, very coming in here with dropping some knowledge, pun intended. I believe in knowledge, but I don't think it should be a requirement, right? So I think when we think about the idea of college, right, the first thing that comes to mind when people know that you're going to SSU, what are you going to major in? What are you going to major in? What are you going to major in? Right? Little do anyone ever talk about, so what GEs do you plan to take? You know, you ever meet a family friend or one of your family members and they're like, oh, you're going to SSU? So tell me about which GEs you're excited to take. No one really focuses on that, right? Which why I can see sometimes where folks can be like, I don't even understand why general education can be a requirement. Now, let's take, for instance, the different majors that we have that exist, right? So let's kind of like talk about that first, the different majors that we have at Sonoma State. I'm going to share my screen with you all, okay? So here we are, Sonoma State's beautiful homepage. How do I, if y'all were talking to me, Erika, how do I find a list of majors that's available at Sonoma State? So on this homepage, you will actually click on the 3 upper right-hand bars in the corner. We're going to click there. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to go click on where it says academics. On this page of academics is where you'll find degree programs, schools and departments, the academic calendar, academic support, advising central, schedule of classes, and the catalog. And I'll briefly talk about each one, right? So degree programs, all this does is simply list all the degrees that are offered at Sonoma State, right? So for administrative services credential, that's a credential. For American Multicultural Studies, majors, undergraduate, and it will provide more information about what the amount of degrees that you can get from this program. So you can get your BA with the concentration in Africana Studies, you can get a minor in American Multicultural Studies, and you can get a Film Studies minor. And then it'll lead you to the website and gives the location and phone number for the actual school, for the actual major, excuse me. So these are all the different lists of majors that we have at Sonoma State. All the different majors that we have at Sonoma State. You may see your major as I'm going through it right now. We also have credential programs as well for students, right? Let's say you want a more clean version, and then you see here, degrees and programs, it'll show you all the certificate programs that we have, all the credential programs that we have, all the graduate majors that we have, and undergraduate as well. My computer freeze. So I'm going to go backwards now. So we're going to go back to schools and departments. So what you'll see here is that imagine a house that has different bedrooms inside the house. The School of Arts and Humanities is the house. The different majors listed under are the different bedrooms. So Arts and Humanities is a big house. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 rooms in its one house of Arts and Humanities. I'm going to stop sharing really quickly. Anyone in here an Arts and Humanities major? Anyone in here have their major listed under Arts and Humanities? And I can't see you all, so kind of like if you can unmute yourself, just kind of yell it out. And then Brianna and Juan, you can let me know too if anyone has like any of the majors under here. We have no one who is going to be in the Arts and Humanities house, School of Arts and Humanities.
I'm in
Who?
liberal studies.
Oh yeah, we have a couple liberal studies folks. Yes, we do. Our future teachers. So your major is liberal studies, and then you are located in the School of Arts and Humanities. Okay. What about my business folks? School of Business and Economics. I know it's a couple of you. Any business administration or econ majors? I think Jonathan, your business major. Then we have School of Education, my early childhood studies. And then we also have the School of Science and Technology. These are all the majors that exist in the School of Science and Technology. And then we have the School of Social Sciences. And these are all the majors that exist in the School of Social Sciences. Right? So this here is just one part of your degree at Sonoma State. It's completing all the requirements that you need for your major. Every major has a set of requirements for students to complete to show that they have satisfied all the necessary knowledge and learning that they need to really identify and know about the major. You will find that some majors have what we call core requirements, as in every student within this major has to take these core requirements. You will hear another term called electives, meaning these are courses within the major that are not included in the core requirements. They are just additional classes you take so that you can reach a certain amount of units for that major. Okay? So outside of your major requirements that you have, these are the different majors that are listed in different schools. Outside of that, you also have what we call, what I was hinting to a little earlier, general education requirements. Now, for students to understand what is needed for GEs and to have a very clear, organized way of completing it, here at Sonoma State, we have 5 different GE areas. The first area is Area A, English Language Communication and Critical Thinking. Within each area, you have sub-disciplines to take. So it will tell you need a minimum of 9 units with 3 units taken within each sub-area. A1, Oral Communication is a sub-area. A2, Written Communication is a sub-area. A3, Critical Thinking is a sub-area. So we just discussed Area A, GE Area A, English Language Communication and Critical Thinking. Okay. Then we have Area B, as in boy, Scientific Inquiry and Quantitative Reasoning. They want students to complete a minimum of 12 units with 3 units taken in each sub-area. B1 is a sub-area. B2 is a sub-area. B3, laboratory activity associated with physical science or life science. So B3, you will take with B1 or the conjunction or B2. So you don't have to take a lab with B1 and B2. You will only take a lab with B1 or B2. And then we have B4 right here. Then we're going to go down to the arts and humanities, right? You have C1 arts class and C2. And then an additional arts or humanities class for 3 units. Next, we have the social sciences, which you have 9 units of lower division social science. And then lastly, you have the E, lifelong learning and self-development, which is a minimum of 3 units. Now, some of you are thinking, okay, well, how many classes, let's quantify, how many classes then, Erika, do I need for each area? So for area A, it's only 3 classes total. Area B, 4 classes. Area C, 3 classes. And then area D, 3 classes. Area E is only 1 class. Now what I want to do with you all is actually show you this, what we just went over, in GE pattern form. So this is everything we just talked about. Area A, Area B, Area C, Area D, Area E. Your goal for lower division GE is to complete all of these areas, totaling to come out to be a minimum of 39 units. These are your general education areas that you fulfill. So I'm going to stop share really quickly, and I want some time for Q&A. Anyone have questions, you are more than welcome to type it in the chat. You're more than welcome to unmute yourself and speak. And then Brianna and Juan, you're more than welcome to also add on as well to anything that I may be missing, because I'm going to ask you all in a minute to also share your experience with GEs. But does anyone have any questions, comments, or concerns? Yes, here are the questions. Pour them, throw them. Okay, so Selena asks, AP classes allows us to skip a GE class. Correct. I will show you all next how some AP classes, pass with the 3 or better, gives you credit for certain GE areas and elective units as well. Yes, correct. Can those 39 units be completed at community college? Absolutely, Josue. You're talking to a transfer advisor. Hey now. You can actually complete a lot of these GEs at a community college. The maximum amount of units that we take from a community college is 70 units. So let's say every summer, Josue, and then all the other students as well, if you all are like, you know what, every summer I'm going to just take a couple GEs over at a community college this summer. You definitely can do that. I will always recommend consulting with your academic advisor, though, on which classes you should be taking, right? Because you don't want to repeat a GE you already took at Sonoma State. So you are more than welcome to definitely take some of those lower division GE classes at a community college. Absolutely. Absolutely. And then once again, AP classes does allow you to give you credit for some of the lower division GE classes. Absolutely. So question, now that I'm not sharing my screen, how many GE areas do we have? Uh-oh. 4 or 5, okay. 5 areas. Okay, 5, okay. So correct, everyone's correct. Selena, you're correct too. We have 5 GE areas. Area A, I'm gonna share my screen again so that you all can see it. Area A English language communication and critical thinking. Area B, scientific inquiry and quantitative reasoning. Area C, arts and humanities. Area D, social science. Area E, lifelong learning and self-development. These are the areas that you all have to complete for lower division general education. Now, I'm sure another question that's coming up, I'm going to post this link in our chat right now so that you all can have it. Lower SSU GE pattern. So that is something for you all to have. Okay. Now, before I move on, I would like, if possible, if Brianna and Juan can kind of talk about maybe some of their favorite lower division GE classes that they took thus far. And Juan, I know with, whatever GE classes you all feel comfortable with sharing, whether they were taken out of community college or at Sonoma State, just, you both had to fulfill those areas in some capacity. So what were some of your, GE classes that you really enjoyed?
Yeah, so one thing I do want to say is I'm not a really big fan of GEs. When I completed my last one, I was like, finally, no more GEs. I can finally focus on what I want to learn about. But there are classes that do count towards GEs that are actually pretty interesting. Again, I don't really like history. I don't find it very interesting. Don't come at me. But I took an LGBTQ plus history class, and that was really interesting. It was about the history behind Stonewall and all of that. So if you can find classes that are interesting, do it. And it'll make your GE experience a lot easier and a lot more exciting.
Yeah, so I went to Napa Valley Community College, and that's where I took most of my lower division classes. One kind of advice I gave myself was to take classes you normally weren't exposed to in high school. So the main two that I enjoyed were what was it? Latino Chicano Studies. I took that one at the JC, and I also took it here as an upper division at Sonoma State. And another one I enjoyed was Filipino history. So that was kind of cool to understand different ethnicity, background, culture, like know a way how people, like another group of people that you don't not really like learn about. So that's kind of recommend a bunch of GE classes. The reason for like GE classes is kind of to explore different subjects, just because if you are undeclared, this gives you an opportunity to find something interesting. So take something that like seems interest to you.
Thank you both for sharing that. You definitely want to take GEs that seem interesting to you all, right? So what I'm actually going to do now is I'm going to share with you the list of approved GE courses at Sonoma State. And what I want you all to do is just take a minute to look through that list of approved GE courses that I'm going to put in the chat. And then I want you all to kind of like just disclose, either you can unmute yourself or type it in the chat, which courses will be interesting to you. So let me put a list of approved GE courses. So take a moment. We can go through the courses. I'll give you all about kind of 2 minutes to kind of look through it and see which courses you will find interesting. And then you can put it in the chat as well once you find whatever your interest is. Okay, so we have a couple share outs. So, Josue, you said digital circuits and the logic design. And Josue, which GE area did that come from? Was it in area B? And then which sub area? B1, B2, B3? Juan, I thought you were a student saying if I could go back. I'm like, y'all just getting started. Y'all not going back nowhere. Okay, area A3. Okay, Josue, so you're saying digital circuits and logic design from area A3. Okay, awesome. Anyone else, based on what they see, what they would like to?
Erika, I do have a question.
Definitely.
Are all of the GEs listed open to everyone, or are some specific to majors?
Yeah, great question. So you will find that for the most part, the GEs are open to everyone, but some GEs do have prerequisites. And a lot of those prerequisites actually reside in area B. Let me go back. Here we go. I'm going to share my screen. And in the age of dinosaurs, okay, so you would like to take that one.
Erika, I have a question too.
Yeah, I'm gonna just this one I'm gonna get to you. I'm gonna get to you on my bad. But this one, some of them do have prerequisites, and they will be listed there. Now, what I didn't really go into talking in detail about was upper division GE, which is courses number 300 or above at Sonoma State. What do I mean by courses number 300 or above? They all have numbers. Well, for instance, biology 308, that is an upper division class. Astronomy 303, that is an upper division class. You all do not need to focus on upper division GEs until you have received 60 units minimum at Sonoma State. So in essence, you will start your upper division general education classes once you reach either your third year or 60 units, whichever comes first. But you will do not have to worry about, at least for this upcoming fall semester, upper division GE. So that's why I wanted to focus my conversation on the lower division GEs. Okay? My bad, Juan. What were you going to say?
No, you answered it. I was gonna ask us,
Oh.
what's the difference between the 300 and the 100?
Oh, okay. Yeah. So 300 and above is upper division. And you all do not have to, at least for this first year, unless you go off to a community college and just start taking 30 units each semester, you all do not have to focus on upper division within your first year GE. So to be mindful and to not overwhelm you all with a lot of information, I won't go into the details of what's needed for upper division GE, but I do want to make sure you understand the lower division GE. So we have some folks in here saying, yep, the Age of Dinosaurs is really cool. Team Reptar. Yes, I like that, Cecilia. C2, How Racism Works, America in Black and White. Global Environmental Systems, B1. So these are some awesome classes that you all are thinking about taking, which I feel is definitely amazing and stuff. Another thing that I want to talk about as well is let me go back. I want to go back and share my GE pattern list with you all as well. I'm going to share my screen. Okay, perfect. So we talked about lower division GE, right? Right now we are going to omit the upper division GE. We're not going to focus on that. CWIF studies graduation requirements. So this is what every CWIF, you all are CWIFs now, whether you like it or not. I know it's not really like an ideal, like I'm a CWIF, like do they even exist? What is a CWIF? What they look like? CWIF studies graduation requirements is a requirement that every student must complete before they graduate. Everything on here must be done, honestly, before you graduate. But this is specifically called CWIF studies graduation requirements because it's just highlighting something that's very specific to Sonoma State for them to have to complete. So what I want to focus on are the American institutions and the critical race studies. American history, U.S. history. Every CSU student, honestly, is required to take a U.S. history class. Like my baby sister went to Cal State LA, and she was required, she actually had a very similar GE pattern as well, and she was also required to take a U.S. history class. It's a requirement in all the CSU system. We can talk about it more in our one-on-one why that is, but it's a requirement in all of the whole CSU system. Then when I go down to the United States Constitution, California state and local government, political science, one course will fulfill both areas, just one course. And I will show you what these classes are that will give you credit for American history, as well as give you credit for the United States Constitution and California state and local government.
Erica, that's also a class they can take at the community college, correct?
Correct. Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. Even after summer bridge is done, and then you also want to come back and talk to me, like, hey Erica, like, remember me? You may not, because my camera was turned off the whole time. You're more than welcome to like come back and talk to me, like, hey Erica, I'm actually thinking about, I'll be home this summer, back down in Modesto, and I want to go to Modesto College to take some of these GEs, and this is what I've completed so far in my first year. What should I do while I'm there? And I can definitely talk to you about that, because you'll get your classes done faster, and for lower division GEs and some of the CWIF study graduation requirements, you'll get it done. It'll be more affordable, or inexpensive rather. I don't want to necessarily say what's affordable and not, but it'll be like inexpensive. It'll be like less than Sonoma State for sure. So yes, this stuff you can get done. So for your first semester then, right, as you all are thinking about everything, we briefly discussed what your majors may be. We briefly discussed the GE pattern. Every semester at Sonoma State, your schedule should consist of
And Erica, looks like we have a question in the chat.
because I want there's a question.
Yeah, there's a question in the chat. So Josue said that he's already taken it himself, and he's asking how that's going to affect him.
Josue, did you take that at a community college, or take like an AP government, like anything AP wise or community college wise? Community college. Okay, awesome. Which no AP. Okay, cool. If you took it at a community college, make sure that you get that credit transferred over, like the official transcript from that community college, get it sent to Sonoma State. And I'll follow up with you. I think we have a one-on-one soon. I'll follow up with you on how to submit that information so that you can get your credit. And it will have a positive effect on you, because you won't have to take political science. And you will also get some social science credit as well. Okay. Anyone else has any questions about anything? Okay. Okay, cool. A lot of information, but I think the main thing I want y'all to take away from this is you have your major requirements, and then you have GE requirements, and then CWIF study graduation requirements. Do CC classes, we've already taken count towards our college GPA. What they'll count towards is like your overall GPA. You have two GPAs. You have a overall GPA, and you also have a Sonoma GPA. The classes that you take at your community college will not impact your Sonoma GPA. The only thing that it will impact is your overall GPA. So great question, Selena. It's only going to count towards your overall GPA, not your Sonoma GPA. Can you spot the sheet in the chat? Can you put, I think that's put. I think that's what you mean to put, is put. Can you put post? So I'm wrong all the way. Can you post the sheet in the chat for the one-on-one? Yes, I can. I can post that link in there right now. I'll post that. Any other questions? I received English 1A, 1B in community college, and I was curious if those units are under the A2 area. More than likely they are. If you did English 1A and 1B, and I can more than welcome show you. Y'all so lucky you have a transfer. This makes me excited. Y'all speaking my language. The community college talk, this is, no, we go back, this is fun for me. So yes, I can, what I'll do, JJ, is can you also sign up for a one-on-one? I'm about to post a sheet now, and I can actually go through and actually tell you, oh yeah, this class will count for sure. What's important for all my folks who have taken AP classes, who have taken community college classes, is you need official test scores and or official transcripts to be sent to Sonoma State. They will not give you credit for any of the coursework that you've done if they have not received your official transcripts. Oh, everyone took class. Oh, we all waking up now. Everyone took class at a community college. Will continue to do it as well. Whatever, and we can talk more as well, Jonathan, about what you took at that school and what it will transfer over here and count as. I wanted to show you all really quickly before the SSU catalog. This just really breaks down more about SSUs, the schools, the departments. But what I like to use it for, and what I would like you all to use it for, is for course descriptions. Course descriptions. Course descriptions. As I'm trying to, okay, it's acting up right now because we in front of people, but that's okay. Course, okay, let me refresh this. I'm gonna try one more time. Course descriptions. Okay, so there we go. So course descriptions, right? So someone unmute themselves and just scream out a course to me, like scream out a major to me. Sociology, psychology, just anything.
Kinesiology.
Kinesiology. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to click here where it says choose a prefix, because sometimes the majors are spelled too long where they can't fit the whole major title. So we know the kinesiology starts with the K and is more than likely kin, right? And I'm going to click right here where it says filter. The cool thing about course descriptions is that it shows you literally a course description about what the class is. So women in sports, issues, images, and identities. And it will give you a course description of the class. It'll let you know prerequisites and the GE category that it satisfies. Right? What's interesting about this course, y'all, and then someone can yell it out to me, is Kin 316 a lower division or upper division course?
Upper division.
Who was that? Wait, who was that? I can't see.
Yesenia.
Yesenia, hello. Upper division. And Yesenia, why is it upper division?
Because it's 300 and above.
There we go. So Yesenia, can I take that like my first year and get upper division credit?
No.
Nope, because I haven't reached 60 units yet. So you all need to make sure that you stay away from 300 and above courses, because you will not get upper division credit for it. Okay, so this is a breakdown, right, of Kin 316. Let's find another class. Someone else yell at me. What other major?
Psychology.
Psychology. Okay, so psych, right here, right? And we're gonna press filter. These are all the psychology classes that are listed. So let's see. Let's go to psychology of yoga. Shout out to Sabrina in the yoga. Okay, so it gives you an introduction of the class, prerequisite of the class as well. And then breadth area for my psych majors, you have breadth areas within your major, but I'm going to talk to you all more one-on-one about your specific major needs and stuff. Okay, so the purpose of this is just I want you all to always read and get more insight about what your classes are going to be about. You want to learn more about what the classes are going to be about and how it's going to like help you like have interest and stuff like that. So any questions so far about anything?
We have two questions about AP. So for AP classes, if they pass with a 3 or better, do they get credit? And does AP Spanish count as a GE class?
Yes, it does. I'm going to right now, I know you all have to go soon. I'm going to post the AP rubric in the sheet and the equivalencies. I'm going to post that in the chat right now for you all to have. Okay. Okay, so AP test credit. Now I'm going to share my screen with you all right now. Did she post a sheet link? No, I'm going to post it right now, Josue, as well. I'm going to get that in here. So for AP classes, you see the score minimum, how many units you get for that, and it'll tell you what class it'll give you credit for as well. Okay. Any other questions while we're here together and stuff? And then I'm finding the list as well for you all to post everything for the one-on-ones. And then you can also unmute yourself as well. Okay, so I posted the one-on-one link. So please sign up if you haven't already, because I want to definitely talk to you all individually about your majors and stuff. Okay. Any more questions or anything? Please sign up for a one-on-one if you haven't already. I will also make sure to, while this is recorded, I will also make sure to email this information to you all as well right now, everything that we've talked about. Okay. The clock is ticking down. I thank you all for being very willing to just share and talk to me today about what it is that you all like in terms of what the classes you want to take and stuff like that. If you have any other questions, you're more than welcome to talk to me in a one-on-one, and you're also more than welcome to email me as well. Okay. All right, you all. So we're at 9:50, and I want to honor and give you all a break right now. I look forward to. I won't see you all tomorrow. Actually, isn't that sad? Once again, we're gonna do this again, y'all. Just leave me out there to dry. That's not sad. Y'all excited? No, I'm kidding. But no, I think you all will have a great wellness talking about tomorrow. I think what they'll be talking to you all about is a live culinary cooking demonstration, and then also talking about self-care and stress management. Okay. And I'm also going to post a link in here for the cultural affinity group as well for today. I think, oh gosh, don't cry now. I don't want your tears now. I don't want tears. I don't want tears. um, but yeah, so I look forward to, I guess, seeing y'all one-on-ones. Please sign up, y'all. Like, I really want to connect with everyone. I really want to make sure that y'all are at least on board for what you need academically. And then I'm also here for the personal talks as well as Brianna and Juan. Shout out to Ruby and Reptar. All right, so I'm gonna head out, y'all, and I'm about to formulate this email to send y'all the important information that we discussed today. Okay. All right, bye. I think everyone's saying bye to me. I see black screens and some pictures, and I think everyone's saying bye. Okay. Oh, the thank yous are nice. Okay. Thanks, y'all.
Thank you.
Wait, on the Canvas thing, it says that we don't have any Zoom meetings.
Yeah, correct. You just have to do the homework that the professors left for you. So yeah, there's no academic meeting today from 10 to 12. So me and Bree will be here. If you guys have any questions, I will be here. And but again, we're just gonna remind you that the we will be going instead of our breakout leaders session today. We'll be going to the Brave space, and we have sent you the link.
Another reminder to check your emails. Always check your Sonoma emails, since the school, the advisors, and even your professors will be contacting you through there most of the time. And sorry for the background noise.